Thank you, Chair. Mr. Pavit Ramachandran, Country Director of the Philippines Country Office, Asian Development Bank, Ms. Chuchi G. Fonancier, Deputy Governor, Bangko Sentral of the Philippines, Mr. Romeo L. Bernardo, and of course his wonderful companion, Amina Rasul, of the Monetary Board member of Bangko Sentral Filipinas, Ms. Rosalie V. De Leon, Monetary Board member of the Bangko Sentral of Filipinas, Minister Muhammad S. Yaakob, member of the Bangsamoro Autonomous Region in Muslim Mindanao, Ministry of Agriculture and Agrarian Reform, Attorney Askar Ali Said, Advisor of Corporate Services Department of the Asian Development Bank, Mr. Yusri Yusof, my dear friend, Chief Executive Officer of the Islamic Banking and Finance Institute of Malaysia, Mr. Roberto B. Tan, wonderful to meet you today, President and CEO of PDIC. Of course, I mustn't forget from the Treasury, Ms. Sharon Almanza, and of course, members of the BSP, senior members of the Bangsamoro government and of the Philippine government, officials of ADB, my dear fellow graduates, which I see all of you here today, members of the board, and of course, members of the ADB, ladies and gentlemen. Assalamualaikum, selamat petang, as they say in Bahasa Malaysia, Mangadang Hapon Sinong Lahat, and welcome to this very important event today. And of course, it's a great pleasure to be with all of you at this important event. I always enjoy coming to ADB because I think they have one of the best canteens in all of Philippines, you know. So any occasion they invite me, of course, it's very important. I always enjoy and come and have a cup of coffee at their wonderful place. But again, I must say this is a very important event as we bring together all the important stakeholders and movers in the Islamic finance industry in the Philippines. I think today not only drives the industry in the Philippines, but also is seen as a stepping stone for Philippines, of course, Malaysia, to continue to drive the Islamic Finance Center in ASEAN and specifically in Philippines. And that's why as I see all the young graduates today, of course, some of you, of course, has been in the field for so long, but it gives me a sense of confidence and joy to congratulate you, and of course, to see you as the future developers of the Islamic finance sector in the Philippines. So congratulations to all of you, and I hope that you'll continue to strive and further develop this industry in the Philippines. Today we are, of course, gathered here for the AKIF and IKIF conferment ceremony organized by the ADB in coordination with BSP, and of course, the Islamic Banking and Finance Institute of Malaysia has been working very hard as part of the capacity building initiative under the auspices of the Knowledge and Support Technical Assistance on Islamic Finance for Philippines. Of course, BSP's strong partnership with IBIM has provided the BSP and other stakeholders under the Interagency Working Group on Islamic Banking and Finance, Islamic Finance Coordination, and of course, forum opportunities for continuous capacity building to reinforce competencies and knowledge through participation in various certification programs on Islamic banking and finance. This fruitful partnership between BSP with ADB and IBFIM have yielded a total of 138 AKIF certified passes. I would like again to congratulate and take this opportunity to congratulate the 7 participants from BSP who have successfully passed the IBFIM's Advanced Intermediate Qualification in Islamic Finance, IKIF Banking Certification Program. So congratulations to you. Allow me, ladies and gentlemen, now to speak a bit about the Malaysian experience when it comes to Islamic finance. Over the past decade, Islamic finance has grown remarkably, expanding from its roots in the Muslim majority countries in the Middle East and Southeast Asia to become a global phenomenon. The industry is now valued at over 4.5 trillion and is projected to continue its robust growth. This growth is, of course, driven by the increasing demand for ethical financial products, the rise of Muslim middle class, and the adoption of Islamic finance principles by the non-Muslim majority countries. For Malaysia, the central bank priorities in 2024 is, of course, to build Malaysia's strong Islamic financial ecosystem. Among the focus areas include encouraging value-based finance innovation that embeds the fundamental values of Sharia, conducive regulatory and Sharia environment to accelerate market development and continuously strengthening Malaysia's proposition to tap global opportunities and deepen domestic Islamic financial market. Efforts are, of course, underway to advance value-based intermediation and promote solution by Islamic finance industry in Malaysia to meet the strong demand and growing demand for green and sustainable finance. Last year, Malaysian Islamic banking and takaful industries continued to grow, with the Islamic banking industry share of the total financing increasing from 44.5% in 2022 to 45.6% in 2023, while the takaful industry share of the total net contribution increased from 23% in 2022 to 23.4% in 2024. Today's Malaysian Islamic finance continues to move forward, supported by a conducive environment that's renowned for continuous product innovation, a diversity of financial institutions from across the world, a broad range of innovative Islamic investment instruments, a comprehensive financial infrastructure, and adopting global regulatory and legal best practices. Malaysia has also placed a strong emphasis on human capital development alongside the development of the Islamic financial industry to ensure the availability of Islamic finance talent. All these value propositions have transformed Malaysia into one of the most developed Islamic banking markets in the world. And this is what we envision for Philippines. For Philippines, Maybank Philippines, one of the Malaysian iconic brand, will be the focusing on Islamic banking as one of its agenda for 2024. I'm pleased to inform that Maybank is looking at the Islamic windows in Philippines, with the first Islamic bank window scheduled to be open inshallah in Zamboanga on August 14th. Of course, this move aligns with Maybank Group's ASEAN integration strategy, bridging the regional and, of course, global halal market with linked financing. As the largest Malaysian Islamic bank in the world, Maybank possesses the necessary expertise and experience to become a leader in the Islamic banking in the Philippines. Of course, we cannot talk about Islamic economy without sharing one of the main pillars, which is the halal industry. Here, of course, I'm pleased to inform that the halal industry in the Philippines has been growing by a tremendous potential. Early this year, of course, the Secretary of DTI, of course, launched the Halal Development Strategic Plan, and which is expected, of course, to attract Philippine 230 billion pesos and generate over 120 jobs over the next 4 years. And of course, here we must congratulate the Halal Task Force headed by Mr. Alin Gupal, who's here present in this very room. And the infrastructure which we're building in the financial sector is supposed to, of course, support the growth of the halal industry. And I think that is where Philippines has the advantage to become the next global halal hub in the world. Of course, Malaysia is poised and ready to support Philippines in this endeavor. And I hope that with the young graduates being graduated today, you'll be able to further develop and, of course, take part in this important industry, which I believe has tremendous growth potential for the Philippines. I've traveled far and wide, in my 1.5 years in Philippines, and I am confident to say that Mindanao, which is represented by BAM here, has the potential to be one of the fastest growing regions in Philippines. And of course, this requires us to be strategic when we approach this industry and, of course, this very important segment of the financing, Islamic financing. As we look to the future, ladies and gentlemen, the potential of Islamic finance and the Islamic economy as a whole is immense. Malaysia, with its strong regulatory framework, innovative spirit, and of course commitment to ethical finance, is well positioned to support and also help and continue to lead the industry, especially in Philippines. And of course, we look for greater cooperation, especially in the ASEAN region. By promoting financial inclusion, we of course are adhering to the aspiration of principles of justice and equity, Islamic finance, and contribute significantly to the global economy. One last note, ladies and gentlemen, of course Malaysia will be hosting, I'd like to again invite all of you, our Malaysia International Halal Showcase is in September 17 this year in Malaysia, which I hope BSP and of course the various members can join us in this important occasion, where you'll see the leaders in the halal industry and of course halal finance present in Malaysia. And this of course will be followed by the iconic, I would say, very important event in Philippines organized by the DTI, the Halal Expo, again to bring about these practitioners in the halal industry and as well as the Islamic finance. So the future is bright, ladies and gentlemen. What I want to say is, we need to work hard collectively in a whole of Ghana approach to push this industry forward. I'm convinced after looking at what Philippines has to offer in terms of the capacity, in terms of the resources, in terms of the interests of the country, and of course, more specifically, to see how we can build about a better socio-economic development for the country. Malaysia grew. One of the reasons we are now where we are is because of the halal industry, and of course, Islamic finance. And I think Philippines, with its potential and of course tremendous zeal and foresight, led of course by the administration under President Bongbong Marcos, has every ability to achieve greatness, is what countries in Asia are experiencing. I just recently read, again, congratulations to BSP, Philippines growth rate this year is going to touch 6%. 6%. And this is the largest in Southeast Asia. Next year, 2025, Philippines again poised to reach 6.2%. This was released by World Bank, I think. World Bank, right? So that shows that Philippines is on the right track. And that's why it's up to you, ladies and gentlemen, the practitioners of this industry, to make sure that Philippines continues on its track and, of course, achieve greatness. And Malaysia, of course, is ready to support Philippines as an important strategic partner and, of course, a friend in ASEAN to achieve this objective. So once again, congratulations to all of you. Congratulations to ADB for being a wonderful host. Of course, for IBFIM, they're going to do a lot more work here, I was told. And of course, I'm going to push them to do even harder to achieve all the objectives. And of course, to everyone who played a very important part in making this day a success, my thanks to all of you. And let's work towards a stronger, a more developed Philippines, and of course, Malaysia, and of course, ASEAN, and the rest of the world for peace and development. Thank you. Assalamualaikum.
Thank you.